for gaslighting
Nick, and I'm Matt, and we're insufficient. You need to change that. Just keep the music. Get my voice out of there.
You're fine. I will.
I love the intro music fading out. That's good.
Check it out. I'm going to use the force.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
Nice. Happy fucking Monday. Today is Soundcheck.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Matt and I have been drinking since yesterday.
Yeah, I don't feel good.
Of course, I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper in like the world's smallest can for some reason.
It makes your hands look real big. Yeah.
Sad times.
Nice. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. How are you?
You totally got that shirt at Walmart.
I stole this shirt from Paige.
But he got it from Walmart.
He did get it from... I got this haircut from Walmart. What is going on? I've never met anybody whose hairstyle varies so wildly as mine does.
You have such a varied hairstyle, but it makes things interesting.
Tune in on YouTube.
Yeah, tune in on YouTube to see Nick's wacky fucking hair.
I love Mondays. You know why?
Why?
Beginning of the week.
Okay.
We've got 4 really great shows besides this show lined up. And today we're going to tell everybody about them.
Yeah, so Monday, obviously, we got our sound check. Tuesday is international jams. Do we have an international jam set up for that, brother?
We do. It's from 6/27/1997.
Yes.
Which is in England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, okay, but the reason we did that was kind of the start of the summer run, bless you, in Europe. And then next week we're going to do 7/1/97.
Don't jump too far
from
ahead.
Amsterdam. So, well, no, all summer long we're going to be in Europe on international.
We also got a game going on. We're not going to talk about what the game is, but tune in to find out the game.
That's going to be fun. That's a fun one. I'm excited about that.
5/7 this Wednesday, Worldwide Wednesday, also brought to you by the Scholastic Book Fair. So please don't forget to get your book this week. Make sure you give your kid $5, and then they can pick out whatever they want, preferably a Berenstain Bears would be
Garfield. Great. I've realized that I'm so old that Garfield, nobody really knows what Garfield is.
I remember Garfield, but I remember more of the cartoon.
And the movies. Yeah.
5/8. What do we got on 5/8? Which is Thursday.
5/8. Really
this
exciting.
Day in Phish history.
We have to go to 1994. 5/8/1994. That's all I'm saying.
So what was the one that you sent me?
That's for the following week, which
I was going to say, like, this is the wrong time here.
No. So I decided I wanted to start pairing our weeks in a row.
Okay.
And so next week, we're going to do 5/15 from 2000.
Pretty cool.
Which is really interesting.
It's basically, just to kind of jump ahead a little bit, it is basically the entire Farmhouse album.
Yes, performed live in a studio in New York City.
Yeah.
Which
really cool.
In front of like 7 people.
It was like 7 or 15.
And they were unbelievable. But 5/8/94 also just so good. We've got a fun, it's not really a game, but it's something on Wednesday or on Thursday that might save your life.
Okay. All right. I love that. Yeah. And then rolling on to Friday, Big Money Friday. Again, we don't really know yet. The show that we're going to be recapping, we have to wait for our girl Elisa to help us out with that. So she'll give us a heads up. So that's sort of a surprise for all of us.
Very true. But the big money is returning to Big Money Friday.
What?
And one of the things that has really kind of piqued my interest in the last few years is artists are selling their entire catalog.
Right.
And they usually end up selling it to some dweeby,
named Michael Jackson.
No, it's trust fund's not the right word. What are those venture capital firms?
Yeah.
Or
I think Billy Joel did that.
Private equity, right? And they're getting these giant paychecks. And so Matt and I have been talking, and we thought it would be really interesting and very much like Phish to actually turn their entire catalog into non-fungible, with a P, tokens, and we're going to talk about how fun that could be and ways they could do that.
But they need to own their own stuff. I don't want them selling their catalog off to people and then seeing it in some like a dishwasher commercial.
Well, I think that there would still be like some rules.
They also won't do it. They're not going to do that.
Okay, but at some point, and we can talk about it more on Friday, but Phish is going to sell their catalog. And it has to be worth just a ton of money. Every live show, they've got an app where people pay $20 a month just to access it. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
So that's the week. That's this week.
That's this week.
This week on Insufficient, which is why it's so important that you tune in, click and subscribe, and follow Nick and I on YouTube and all the streaming apps.
Yeah. Don't follow me into the parking lot, though.
Follow him into the parking lot, get behind him,
weird.
And said, "Hey, stranger."
Hey, no, that's what I say to you in the... Never mind.
Anywhere that it's... scream it loud at your butthole.
I don't know how to swipe to get out of this conversation.
You can't.
But, okay, so last Friday we wrapped up spring tour, and now we're as far away as we're going to be from summer tour. And Matt and I, we got to know, are they going to pick up where they left off? And unfortunately, where they left off was Hollywood.
No,
so
they're not going to pick up where they left off there. They're not. I'm deeply committed to the idea that they've stuck it to the people in Hollywood. They were not having the crowd, and they're going to come back with a vengeance and be like, this is why we love our home. This is why we love the East Coast. This is why we love it.
New Hampshire's a great place to start.
Let's start it. Manchester, motherfucker. I was just up there checking it out. I wanted to make sure everything was good for the band.
This is actually a true story.
I checked out the toilets for everybody. I want to make sure Paige is taking a solid shit where he's not.
Oh my God.
No, it's important.
You're telling me that at 7:00 in the evening, Paige got to drop a deuce? No.
How many times do you think they're jumping off a stage during set break to just fucking let it go? And how many times have they peed their pants?
Okay, it depends on what era. In 1.0, probably common. In 4.0, never happens. They might.
How many times do you think they were like sick, man? Like sick as fuck on stage playing and just grinding through it. Think about that. I've always thought about that in the back of my mind. Be like, dude, have these guys ever been really, really sick on stage and just like went through it?
That's why we got to have some of them on here just to find out. Like, there's bands and even nowadays, they would just start talking about, oh, I'm so sick right now, but I'm here to play you this song. Like they're doing you a favor.
Or they cancel.
Phish has never done that, right? They've showed up every fucking show.
Trey fucking broke his goddamn leg and still played.
Yes.
And then
we made fun of him.
Oh, and then, of course, Dave Grohl did that, and he sat in a big chair, and they were like, whoa, Dave Grohl did it. And then Axl did it, and they're like, oh, Axl. Be like, what about Trey? He did it like 20 years before you guys did it. And he played a guitar.
Dave Grohl is the only person on the planet that can make me like and tolerate Courtney Love.
Does he tolerate Courtney Love?
No. And that's why I can like and tolerate Courtney Love, because every chance she gets, she just rips on Dave left and right. And
Does she?
My God, nobody hates Dave Grohl more than her, except for maybe me. And I've got no reason to hate him, but I don't hate
Dave Grohl.
I don't like Dave Grohl at all.
Oh.
Do you like Dave Grohl?
I don't mind Dave. I like him better than Kurt.
Kurt's not here.
So what? Have you seen the documentary on him? Like him holding his baby while he's fucking totally on drugs? Like just sitting there with the fucking, like, come on, man.
It's a sickness.
He's a sickness.
Dave Grohl's the worst.
I like Dave Grohl. Good for Dave. Good for Dave. He's made a lot out of his life. He's still here.
Yeah. So wait, did Dave Grohl win Nirvana?
Dave Grohl 100% wins Nirvana.
Dude, this is as crazy of a take
because you know
as
why?
I've ever heard.
Know why he wins Nirvana? Number one, he didn't kill himself, and number two, the bassist, whatever his name is, I forget what his name was.
Tweezer guy? No. Pull my sweater guy?
No, but he's not. He's like he's a teacher now. He's like a history teacher.
Wait, no, he's got like a rock and roll band.
Does he?
Yeah, and Phish covers some
and then
of their
songs. You can't really count Pat Smear because he came later.
There's only 3 members of
There's
Nirvana.
really only 3 members of Nirvana. So, anyways, let's stop talking about Nirvana.
And switch over to Paul McCartney, who won the Beatles.
Paul McCartney.
By the way,
Beatles.
I have seen some clips lately. John Lennon, insufferable.
What do you mean?
I would like, that is not my kind of guy.
As a person,
as a friend, as a recording artist, like
I mean, like his solo stuff.
Oh no, he was kind of circling the drain, in my opinion. When in
dude, the
some
Plastic
of the later
Ono
stuff,
band fucking kills, dude.
What?
Yeah, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. You got to listen to that album. That album is awesome.
Now I'm gonna have to give it a re-listen.
How about Mother, You've Had Me, but I didn't have you?
That is. Oh my god, that
dude,
just
it's such a good song.
Makes me want to Ralph in my
I
shoe and then put
it.
my shoe back on and then walk around in my puke-filled shoe.
Ooh, nice. I feel like you've done this before, though. But listen, let's talk about Phish because summer tour is coming. I'm getting jazzed. We're going to be there. Opening tour, 2 days. We'll be there Saturday and Sunday. So do not miss Insufficient on the lot because we are going to be getting around with people and getting down.
Okay, well, yes. That's what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we're excited. I'm excited to meet some people.
Yeah. This will be our second time doing it. So I think we're better at it now.
Well, not our second time seeing Phish, but our second time walking the lot as Insufficient.
Yeah, so what we don't do here is we don't see Phish only 2 times, and then every time we see them, we put ourselves in a weird situation to get likes.
Nope, we're just don't do it, buddy. You're gonna be sad if you do it. You're gonna be sad if you do it.
However, we might have to get Crazy Chris on here to do it.
We do.
Crazy Chris said she might do it.
Let me tell you something. This the show has gone off the rails more than any of our other shows ever have. We're supposed to be talking about summer tour, right?
Summer tour,
and so I've got a song that I'd like to hear on summer tour, which is Glide. I don't feel like they ever play Glide. It's been like once in the last 5 years.
Okay.
And I don't know. Do you think that the rotation is going to change? Because after our Friday show, it seems like they play about 15 songs.
Apparently 11 songs, so many of them. But no,
and it's been that way for a decade.
I think they'll change it up a little bit. What if we get a grind, man? I actually was listening to that with my oldest daughter in the car coming back from the mall. She loved it. She was like, "This is great." Grind. Yeah,
grind is fun, but it's also a cappella and 45 seconds long. And
I wonder if we'll get a Wolfman's. What do you think?
I mean, we're definitely getting. That's what I'm talking about.
But you're looking for a Winter Queen.
Why does it only get played with Dave Matthews?
That's interesting.
Right?
That is interesting.
Like, there are so many songs that Phish has. They've got so many, like, ones that they never play. And
I would take a Waves.
A Ruby Waves?
No, just Waves.
Oh, remind the listener at home.
About Waves? It came out on, I'm pretty sure it was on Round Room, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Do you want me to read the lyrics?
No, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, read the lyrics. I don't care.
How is it I never see the waves that bring her words to me? For though unseen, they drift around, they catch my breath and knock me down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know that song.
That's a great fucking song, and they need to be playing it. God, we just haven't heard a Back on the Train in so long.
Oh my God, stop that. You know what's really funny though? We've often debated which is the best Phish album, and I've always said it's Lawn Boy, and I get a lot of resistance on that. But if you look at the rotation of songs that Phish plays, Squirming Coil, My Sweet One, Run Like an Antelope, Bouncing Around the Room, Reba, Split Open and Milk, Bathtub Gin, 6 of the 8 songs on the album are standard rotation.
What about
songs.
Bold as Love? I mean, they did do that recently.
They did a Bold as Love. You've literally called the Bold as Love.
Right,
and then
but
they did it, which was crazy.
You know what they missed? They missed their opportunity to play Breath and Burning. California.
I don't know if it was
Brother. I would take a Brother.
Brother would be good. I can't. That's one of the few Phish songs that when it's on, it just permeates my soul.
I love it. Buffalo Bill.
Isn't that a Beatles song?
Still.
Okay.
I want to hear it. There's so many. What about a Camel Walk?
Are they going to get Jeff out?
Yes.
Nice.
Cars, Trucks, and Buses.
Horse, Silent in the Morning. It's Ice, Mound.
A Chalk Dust Reprise.
Well, yes.
You didn't even know how to respond to that.
No, I've been saving the reprise conversation to songs other than just Tweezer that they could have one, and obviously they have Chalk Dust. And I'm just wondering what other songs would be great for reprises.
Anything But Me. We do Anything But You.
Okay, that's a great segment that we should bring back.
Do you miss that one?
Yeah, I do miss that one.
All right. So, Big Black Furry. I'm surprised we haven't gotten any of that. We haven't gotten a Bittersweet Motel.
That's a great song.
I love that song.
I would love that song.
I want another Birds, but I want it done right, motherfuckers. Don't do that to me. Do not take one of my favorite songs of all time and just dig a hole for it and bury it in the backyard. Right?
I got nothing. I don't. I disagree. Play
Dude,
it any way you want.
They didn't play
Play
it
any way you want. That's how they want to play it.
You did want a crowd control, though.
I do want a crowd control.
Listen while I'm talking. I've been here for weeks.
At the Bourbon Fest, they have an opportunity to bring a lot of special guests on stage. Riker's Mailbox.
That would be a huge bust out.
That would be it would be a debut.
Destiny Unbound.
Yes, that's the song from 2 weeks ago that I couldn't remember the name of on the show. That's one of my favorite Phish songs.
Dinner and a Movie.
That's a tough one. Dinner and a Movie or Foam? Which one are you picking?
Foam.
I think I'm taking Dinner and a Movie.
You're such an idiot. You're not taking. You love Foam. Dog Stole Things.
That's a good one.
I do want to hear a Driver, and I better fucking hear it the night I'm there with my kid. Okay. If anybody that's close to Phish is listening to this song, whoever or this podcast, please play Driver for my youngest daughter. It is her favorite song. There will be an opportunity for you to calm the crowd down with a slow song. Driver is it. It'll make her night.
How about a Swept Away?
I would take a Swept Away any day. Yeah.
I didn't. Okay. All right, dude. Now I'm excited because that is such a great song.
Ficus.
Fine.
Fly Famous Mockingbird.
Okay, so this is interesting. We talked about Lawn Boy. Yeah, that's a standard classic. But if you look at Billy Breeze, right? Another one where it's free, character zero, waste, taste, cars, trucks, and buses, theme from the bottom, train song, and Prince Caspian. Of the 13 songs, 8 of them are very commonly played.
Yep. Gula.
Ooh. I feel like Trey just played that a bunch on his solo tour. Should be easy to bring it on.
Do you like Halfway to the Moon?
Which is weird because I love almost everything Paige does.
I'd take a horn, motherfuckers. Anytime you got it, bring out a horn.
Okay, so before we wrap this up, and
we can't wrap this up. There's so much more.
I mean, yes.
We got no Julius. We got no It's Ice. You know, we got no Leaves. We got no Lengthwise. Letters to Jimmy Page. What the fuck? We did get a Life Boy. Well,
dude,
we're never seeing a Megillah again.
You're never seeing so I'm starting to think that some of these standard classics that they used to play, they don't play anymore because they don't feel like it's their lane. And they've stopped kind of the A-Train, Megillah, whatever you want to say.
Your favorite, Lushington.
I don't even know what that song is. But by the way, I did find out that you can go back on Re-Listen, which is a weird app. I don't know if you have it.
I like Re-Listen.
And you can go back to Paige's first show.
Yeah.
Which is May 3rd, 1985.
Yep.
And at some point in the next few weeks, we'll
do it. We'll do that show
because that would be fun. But before we go, spring tour, some of the shows were really good. Some of the shows weren't as good.
Almost
And
50-50.
One of the common themes for really good shows were they were indoors. And one of the common themes for shows that weren't so good was most of them were outdoors.
Good question. Does Phish...
Well, but
is
let
this
me
your question? Build it.
Mexico is outdoors. That's all I'm saying. So in 2025, there have been 6 shows outdoors. All of them would be the worst rated Phish shows that we've heard this year. So
does Phish play a better show indoor or a better show outdoor?
I'm going to take it a step further. Can Phish still play outdoors and put on a good show?
That's good. That's
He's Matt.
Hurt.
I'm Nick. We are insufficient. God damn it. No. You know what?
You got to get that one too.
No, there's a delay on it.
I know, but you got to get that one where it comes on easy. Yeah.
Just smooth.
The connection. I want to hear that.
Oh yeah, keep hitting me with some songs.
Water in the Sky.
If it's raining.
Wingsuit.
Okay, Jesus Left Chicago. Need I say more?
Yep.
Way.
Beauty of My Dreams.
I'm okay on that.
It's grab ass though.
I'm okay on that one.
Cry Baby Cry. They used to play that all the time.
Frankie Says, Gaiuti.
Did I just see that right? I thought I just saw dirt, and I was like, what?
Ooh.
No way. No way is dirt on here.
You'd take a dirt.
I take a dirt all day long.
Yeah, me
I
too.
take a fire. Fucking Jimi Hendrix fucking blazing it down, motherfucker.